You can't save your ish. You have to finish it all in one fucking go. So this is the final. We're gonna finally mix this down.
DIY.
So many stories you've heard on this channel about how I got my start as a music producer on a PlayStation game called MTV Music Generator. One of the most legendary DAWs that you'll ever hear because it helped launch so many music producer careers, including my own.
MTV's Music Generator, welcome to the future of music.
This PlayStation game was the first game that I ever made music on. I always regretted not being able to record video the way that I record video now, because I'm like, man, there's so many stories, y'all had to be there to see them. Shout out to Landon Balk. They're recording straight from the PlayStation 2. And this video is from 2005, right at the height of when this game was probably the most popular for aspiring producers.
You can't save your shit. You have to finish it all in one fucking go. So this is the final. We're gonna finally mix this down.
I don't know how many of y'all having that feeling of nostalgia just looking at the screen. I wonder if FL Studio ever got approached in the club while they was dancing and having a good ass time, and somebody pulled up on them and tapped their shoulder. MTV Generator? Is that you? You think you got something to say to me? No, wait, we're happy to see you here. You stole my whole swag. You stole my whole shit. I look at this and I think of FL Studio. And I'm like, is this the reason why FL Studio was so easy for me to get used to? Did I already have a die at FL Studio? I don't know.
Final mix right here.
Don't nothing say 2005 more than that little teeny weeny ass Sony TV and a beat playing out them damn Zenith speakers and a producer doing like this to the keys. Don't nothing smell like 2005 more than that.
We're about to make a new disc and put the song on there.
All right, so they was a whole lot more fancy than I was. People had questions about how did you get the sound from the PlayStation into your computer or whatever you were using to kind of burn onto CDs. I went out to Fry's. Damn, this story's getting older by the minute. I went out to this place called Fry's. I don't know if there's many Fry's where you're at. FRY''S. Computer spot where you can get anything computer related. You know, back in my day, when I had one of them big ass dinosaur computers, I think it was a Dell, and I had to exchange drives in it so that I can, kind of make modifications. The PlayStation cords were RCA cables, red, white, and yellow. The only way that I can get my music off the PlayStation onto my computer was to buy this extra sound card, put it in the back of my PC, play the beat, and then let it fly out. Now that was the professional version. You know what I did before that? I waited till nobody was in the house and I used a microphone that was hooked up to my computer and I pressed play, aka the X button on the PlayStation. I was like, let it rip. That's the way I got sound off of it originally before I learned better. But he got a whole setup. He got a whole situation here that looks pretty interesting.
Oh, shit. See, we can't have anything on the TV or else there's background sound that we don't want.
Somebody broke this down. The reason why they got to turn off the TV, because he was telling you got to turn off the TV whenever you're doing playback or whenever you're trying to record stuff into this device. The reason why you got to turn off the TV is because box TVs from the 2000s would produce constant noise around 16 kilohertz. Well, I'll be damned.
We are prepared to record our new instrumental we just finished today, and Lana's gonna show you how.
Hey, you notice how people talk different on videos in the mid 2000s? That's gonna be a thing when movies start coming out and they start studying that time. He was like, okay, so what we're getting ready to do right now? He's reintroducing a scene that we've already invested time into. That is such a mid 2000s, early 2000s thing.
How we record instrumentals here at Mystic Minds Entertainment through the PlayStation to the burner. And we mix and make sure there's not too much bass. The burner goes, the mixer, goes straight to the burner. And we synchronize and record.
No, that's some scientific shit right there. He got it running through a mixer, running through a CD burner, and they're burning it in real time, I'm assuming?
And that's how we record a track in Mystic Minds. Without vocals. That is.
Without vocals.
He was for sure Eminem fan at that time. Oh, the memories. It's almost comical now when I think about, shout out to my homie Keita, my best friend in the whole world. Shout out to him because he for sure made me feel like I could be something on them damn beats. He was like, man, my bro Curtis, he's a whiz on that PlayStation, bro. He be making beats on the PlayStation, bro. He's out of here. He for sure helped my confidence because I didn't know I was trash. Thankfully, I recorded something from that time. Some of you heard this if you got my book before. You want to hear one of them beats that I created? Because that beat sounded a whole lot better than mine's did. There you go. Get what you asked for. This shit sounds like AI made it. I think the prompt was, give me something funky from the early 2000s. I had no sense of direction of where melody was supposed to go. How do you listen to music your entire life and then you sit down and it's finally your turn and you're like, here's what I interpret everything that I've heard so far. I'm still thinking about that lead melody. You know, in some places, they use memorable things as a form of torture. Some memories feel so much better when they're just memories. That got way too deep, didn't it? Some memories, I promise, they're sitting in my head in 4K until they're actually in 4K and I hear some shit like what I just played you. Oh man, shout out to that game because it for sure is the reason why I even thought there was a future in music. It probably pushed you into more developed programs. It did, because you know what? That for sure showed me an introduction of sequencing. It showed me channel racking. It showed me layers. It showed me the necessity of sometimes even using loops, because I didn't know how to like manipulate those one shots the way that I can do it now. So that is all that I had access to make music. I couldn't afford the hardware at that point in time. I could not afford the software at that point in time. But you know what? I asked for that PlayStation. And I was like, I think I can do something with a PlayStation. And in an attempt to go get NBA 2K1 with Allen Iverson on the cover, I happened to go into that used video game section of the electronic boutique, and I found this double disc game, and I'm glad that I did, because that is the reason why I still have a career today. Thank you to the creators of MTV Music Generator. Wow, yeah. What do you guys think? Which one of y'all used that?
DIY.
DIYers, if you enjoyed this content, make sure that you hit the like button and maybe even consider subscribing. Come on, man. Don't get greedy. Peace.